Hello farmers, and once again happy new year to you. Now I hope in this new year you're ready to scale up your farming, because here on Kilimo Diaries we will be plugging you with the latest in the world of farming. Welcome to this episode where we focus on Dorper sheep farming, a South African breed that now has become very common in the southern parts of Africa. So what does its farming look like? Today I will be joining our model farmer of the week, Ben, to take us through Dorper sheep farming. I am Sheila Chelangat, and of course, do not touch that dial. Twende. All right, this is a very unique episode. For the first time, niko kwa sheep pen, and I do not know if I am safe, but wish me luck. But our model farmer of the week, Ben, says that I'm very much okay. Asante sana once again for welcoming us to your farm. If you could just introduce yourself, what farm is this and how long have you been doing this?
Karibu sana. My name is Ben Wagitu, and here you are in Machakos County, in the sub-county of Matungulu, at a location called Kantafu. We've been farming Dorper since 2011. Yes. Karibu sana. And the name of the farm is Amagoh Dorper's Farm.
Amagoh Dorper's Farm. What inspired you to choose Dorper sheep instead of any other breed?
One is because of their versatility. What you find with the Dorper sheep is that you have to keep in mind is that it's actually a crossbreed between the Dorset Horned Ram from England and the black-headed Persian from Somaliland, Wajir, that side of northeastern. And that's what created Dorper, just as the name suggests, Dor for Dorset and Per for Persian. And they were primarily created as a sheep for mutton or lamb. Yes.
All right, we would be getting to the origin of the Dorper sheep in a few, but then when you started, how many sheep did you start with? And is it 1, 2, and where did you get your breed from?
We started in 2011, as indicated, and we started with 5 sheep. These we bought from the locality. We have a market about 15 kilometers from here called Tala, and that's where our sheep journey started. Yes.
Okay, and how far have you come now? How many sheep, or what is the size of your herd?
This keeps fluctuating, but now we're just above 500 plus sheep. Yes, and mostly are females, because we are known for breeding. Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Now, I would want to take you back to now the origin of the Dorper sheep. You said that it is a sheep that mainly was crossbred to be a mutton, for mutton. Probably just elaborate more on that and tueleze, huyu sheep alitokea wapi?
Huyu kondoo alitokea South Africa. In the 1930s, they were primarily looking for a sheep that can survive in very hardy environment, that has a very high, what we call FCR, or feed conversion rate, that has very good mothering abilities, and the one that can produce all season. And this is how they decided to breed a Dorset Horned Ram all the way from England, bred to the black-headed Persian. Yes, and that's what created the Dorper.
Are there any other unique abilities with this sheep in particular?
Yes, it's very hardy. The other thing is that it rarely loses its lambs. It's, as explained before, it has a very good mothering ability. It's able to take very coarse or very sparse pasture and convert it into mutton. That's what we call the feed conversion rate.
As we were headed here, some of the crew members walikuwa wananiambia, leo ukai rada usigongwe. Hawa ni wale wenye ni calm ama vipi?
No, hawa ni wale calm. One of the qualities of breeders is that we breed for temperament. And why we do that is that you want a sheep that you can easily handle. You can imagine some of these sheep will go all the way up to about 100, 130 kilos. So you need an animal that you can easily be able to deworm, vaccinate, without getting hurt. And that's one key thing we do here at Amagoh, is to ensure that we are breeding for that temperament. Stable, polite, cool temperament. Yes.
So as we stand here, mimi sitaguzwa.
Hautaguzwa.
All right. So for someone who is looking to purchase, say, a breed, you said you started with 5, but what should someone look into before deciding that I want to start with this?
I think just like any other business, you better set your objectives. And the main objectives is to ask yourself 2 main questions. 1, do you want to be a breeder? 2, do you want to farm for mutton? Do you want to keep them for mutton? And once you answer that question, then everything else falls into place. Because what we can say in this business, there are about 4 critical success factors. 1 is genetics. 2 is on your feed security. 3, you're working on something called management. You as the owner of the farm and together with your team need to be competent. You need to be trained so that you can be able to handle them correctly. And 4 is the use of technology. Are you using apps for your breeding plans? Are you using apps for your weighing? Are you able to record in terms of not only the count, but the weights of the sheep and also their production? That is part of the technology. Yes.
Okay. And in terms of now, to avoid inbreeding with your sheep, what do you do here on the farm to avoid that?
One main thing is that we have what we refer to as we have a chief breeding and nutrition officer whose basic role is to ensure that inbreeding never happens. And one key thing to do is proper record keeping. So we ensure that we are able to tag our sheep based on who the sire is and who the dam is. That's the ewe that was the mother to the lamb that was born. And from that, we are able to follow it all the way up to the 3rd generation. That way, we are able to keep consistent records to ensure that inbreeding doesn't happen at the farm.
Okay.
Yes.
And with this breed of sheep, the Dorper sheep, is it, have you experienced maybe single or double births? Is it normal? Or they just give birth to one?
Actually, it goes all the way to triplets.
Oh, wow.
But here at the farm, we really don't push that hard for having twins. We are more concerned about each of these ewes being able to produce a lamb every year, and that lamb has to be healthy, above 3.5 kilos on birth weight. That for us is very important, because remember, for you to have a sheep that actually gives birth to twins, there are 2 main factors you need to consider. 1 is to ensure that your nutrition is up there. High energy, high protein all the time. Secondly, is also a question of genetics. Was the ram, the father to the lamb, was he a twin? Was the mother to the lamb a twin? That's also key.
All right. So what is the gestation period for a Dorper sheep?
The gestation period for the Dorper sheep is anything between 149 to 151 days. Generally a month.
A month.
5 months.
5 months.
Yeah. And generally in every 2 years, you can be able to do and achieve 3 lambings. Yes.
All right. Yes. Now, in terms of the special care that you give a pregnant ewe, are there any special care procedures that they receive so that they can have a healthy birth?
Yes. You need to keep in mind and track of how long the gestation period has been, because at about 6 to 4 weeks to lambing, you will need to vaccinate her against Clostridium. And once you do that, that will also give the unborn the immunity, so that when the lamb is born, you'll be able to vaccinate him or her at 1 month of age and a booster at 2 months. The other important thing is that at about the 6-week mark, you'll also increase your feed, because that's the time when the fetus is really growing to its maximum. Yes.
And I know all through we would be keeping records of how they're doing, monitoring their health. Towards the end, are there signs that now this one is about to give birth?
Yes. For some of them, it's very clear. You will see the physical signs, which is the drop of the udder, slow movement. She looks a bit tired, wants to rest more. And here is where it's key. And we normally say, please, in the last 6 or 8 weeks, don't stress the pregnant ewe.
They do not
What
want
does
stress.
that mean in terms of stressing? Don't chase after them, don't mishandle them, and that sort of thing. So, because that could lead to some disaster in terms of even having stillbirths or abortions. Yes.
All right. And are there instances where a mother, a ewe, rejects its lamb? And in case of such an instance, what then do you do as a farmer?
Those are not common here, but yes, it does happen. And in most cases, you'll find one, the mother is a new mother, meaning she might be very young, because with the Dorpers, we normally encourage farmers to start breeding them when they're about 1 year of age. But you'll find, because just like cows, once they hit 35 kilos of weight, which they can do even when they are 5-6 months, then they can be bred. But once you do that, then remember that particular ewe has not really developed or matured enough in terms of maternal instincts. And that's where you get these instances of them denying or pushing away the lamb, because they associate the lamb with pain of lamb birth.
Okay.
You see? Yes. And in those cases, what you try to do is to ensure bonding happens. This we call, in quotes, forced bonding. Some farmers will actually tie them on the neck with a piece of rope and ensure that the mother stays very close to the young one and now can't run away due to the tethering with the rope. Yes, those are some of the ways you can be able to, cure or that particular issue.
All right.
Yes.
And in terms of now the major common health problems that affect newborns, what are they?
Mostly what you will find with the newborns is diarrhea. Diarrhea as a change of diet happens. Remember, now we mentioned about starting on feed at 10 days of age. So with that, that may mean that you're introducing grain, you're introducing some source of protein, and this could be your lucerne, could be your soya. That in essence will cause some bit of diarrhea. Now for that, you need to have here in this farm we use something called S-dime. That helps with the diarrhea, and also high-end glucose will help with the energy contribution to the lamb. Yes. The other thing is that on lambs, you may also suffer from respiratory distress. This could come in coughs or issues of heavy breathing. Yes, and this is mostly due to the environment, meaning keep them away from extreme cold situations, because they have not built that immunity yet.
Okay.
Yes.
And for these lambs, do you, in terms of the water content that they take, do you give them water and maybe supplements, candle, or they get all that from the milk that they're getting from the ewe?
Mostly what we say, you introduce the water a bit later, not from the onset. Why? Because they are still not learned how to drink water. They're almost like puppies. Yes. So if you don't monitor that, they may drink too much water and get full and not eat. So what's important is that primarily the mother will be the source of water in the milk. Yes.
All right, naona huyu ameamua anataka kuwa star of the episode. But that takes us on our commercial break. When we'll be back, we'll get so much on terms of feeding and nutrition of Dorper sheep. Do not go too far. This is TV 47, and indeed it is Kilimo Diaries.